Assalamualaikum students. Today we are going to discuss trigonometry regarding our A levels. The word trigonometry comes from trigonometry. That means it's the measurement of the three angles. Tri means three, gono means angles, and meter means measurement. We are dealing with three basic trigonometric ratios from our early classes. The first one is sine, second one is cosine, and the third one is tangent. In short, we use sine, cos, and tan. These are normally defined as the ratio. Sine is defined as the ratio of opposite side over the hypotenuse. Cosine is defined as ratio of adjacent and the hypotenuse. And tan is defined as the ratio of opposite and adjacent sides. We can remember this with certain specific ways. For example, we use SOH CAH TOA. This helps us to memorize that sine is equals to opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is equals to opposite over adjacent. This can be memorized by another formula, that is, some people have curly brown hair through proper brushing. The first one is some people have, second one is curly brown hair, and the third one is through proper brushing. Some people have S, some stands with S, starting with the letter S. So S is for sine, so sine is perpendicular over hypotenuse, perpendicular is the opposite side. Curly brown hair, curly starts with C, C is for cos, and cos is brown base over the hypotenuse. Through is for tan, T, and perpendicular over the base, opposite over the adjacent. Now this rule helps us to find out some unknowns, the exact value of certain trigonometric ratios. For example, if we take an example that sine theta is equals to 3 over 5, find the value of tan theta and cos theta. We can use the right angle triangle method for this. Then we draw a right angle triangle. Here is the angle theta. Sine theta is 3 over 5 and sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is 3, hypotenuse is 5. We can find this side, which is the adjacent, by using the Pythagoras theorem. So this base B can be found by Pythagoras theorem, which gives us the value equals to 4. Now, we can use the triangular property to find out the value of tan and cos. As we have seen earlier, the tan is equals to opposite over adjacent, so we are able to find the exact value of tan theta. Similarly, if we are looking for cos theta, it is adjacent over hypotenuse, that means 4 over 5. In this way we can find out the exact value of cos and tan. And similarly, if some other values we are asked to find out, for example, if he asks you to find 2 sin theta cos theta, what is the value of this according to these values? So 2 times sin theta is 3 over 5, and cos theta we have found right now is 4 over 5. So the complete simplification takes us to 2 times 3 6, 6 times 4 is 24 divided by 25. So this is the way out to find out exact value of different trigonometric ratios with the help of SOH CAH TOA and using the right angle triangular property. Let's see a little bit more about trigonometry, that how do we deal with this. For example, if we are dealing the values in different quadrants, how do we deal with them? We can divide the axes into different quadrants. This one is given the name as first quadrant. As we are always taking the basic angle in an anti-clockwise direction, so this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is going to be the fourth quadrant. First quadrant lies from 0 to 90 degree. Second quadrant lies from 90 to 180. And the third one is from 180 to 270. And the last one, fourth, is 270 to 360 degrees. In this way, we are able to decide this one is the first one, second one, third one, and the fourth one. Now, what will be the behavior of the trigonometric ratios in all of these quadrants? If we see the first quadrant, here we see, according to the graph, axes say that in this specific portion of the graph, x and y both are positive. So we say here that this is A, that means all, S, T and C. This is a way out to see that how do we deal the signs of the trigonometric ratios in all the four quadrants. Let us see this in brief. This we normally ask the students that how can we keep in your mind, this is a sentence, add sugar to coffee. Add is for A, so it's all positive. This is the first quadrant in which all the trigonometric ratios give you a positive answer. Second quadrant, here it is, sugar is for S, so it's sign positive. This is second quadrant. This actually means that only the value of sign is going to be positive over here, because sign is representing the y, height, and height is positive over here. And since it is the left side, which is the negative x-axis, so cos is negative and tan is also negative. 2 is for tan, positive. Tan positive, this is going to be there in the third quadrant. And third quadrant here, only tan is positive and the rest, both the trigonometric ratios are supposed to be negative. And the last one is coffee is for cos. So this is the fourth quadrant in which the value of cos is positive, whereas the rest, all the values here, sine and tan, are negative. We can use the exact values of the trigonometric ratios method here in this as well. For example, if he asks you that cos theta is equals to minus 3 over 5 and theta lies between 90 and 180 degree. This actually means the angle is lying in the second quadrant. So the triangle will be made in such a way here. Since this is the left side, this is your theta this is minus 3 and this is 5. You can find this value which is your perpendicular by using the Pythagoras theorem. 5 square plus minus 3 square whole square root. Minus sign is there. So this is going to give you a square root 16 which is 4. So this means this is 4 here. So we can write down the value of the trigonometric ratios, exact value of the trigonometric ratios like sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Tan theta is opposite over adjacent. So you see from here that we have, as we have decided here, that this is the second quadrant, and in the second quadrant the value of sine is supposed to be positive only. That's why here sine is positive, but the cos and tan are negative over here. In this way we can use the quadrant idea to find out the exact value of the trigonometric ratios in all the quadrants, either it's first, second, third or fourth, anywhere. Because we should know that the first is from 0 to 90, second is from 90 to 180, 180 to 270 and 270 to 360. And in this way we'll be able to find out the exact values of trigonometric ratios using SOH CAH TOA, using the quadrant properties, which will be positive, which will be negative. I hope this small session of trigonometry will be helpful for you for solving some questions of A levels. Thank you.